we wanted to come to you with 5 topics to talk about in regards to the transformation roadmap.
Welcome to the Women Behind the Weights podcast, where we empower and inspire women to lift both weights and their voices. Each week, we explore the incredible journeys of women who are breaking barriers in the fitness world and making their mark. Join us for insightful discussions, inspiring stories, and practical tips that you can apply in your own life. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, there's something here for everyone. Tune in to discover the stories that will ignite your passion, uplift your spirit, and remind you that you are lady strong. Let's lift each other up, one conversation at a time.
Why did we decide to even launch the transformation roadmap?
Yeah, that's a good one. I could talk about that one.
Yeah, there you go.
I could talk about that one. So something that we've noticed over the 10 years plus years of doing fitness, and especially women's fitness, is a lot of the ladies that come to us don't know a path. They don't have a path.
Mm-hmm.
They come to us lost, feeling uncertain about what the next step is. How do I get from point A to point B? And a lot of times people start with no path and then get frustrated and then quit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the cycle they get stuck in.
Mm-hmm.
So our solution to that problem is the transformation roadmap.
Yeah, I want to go a little bit deeper, if that's okay.
Sure.
They may have a path, but they don't know if it's the right path for them.
That'd be the next layer of that.
100%. So it's just making sure you're in the right starting point for the stage and where you are within your fitness and wellness journey.
Yes.
So yes, that is the primary reason why we decided to launch this.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, this is free. We did mention this on the pre-launch.
Yeah.
Right? So we're not asking people to buy anything.
No.
We just want you to take the steps to be able to find out your outcome.
Yeah,
essentially.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest piece of this, is that I do believe that a lot of gyms and just businesses in general like to hide their secret sauce because they feel like they got to get people to pay for it. And for us, like we'd rather give people the initial support, right? Take this, take the quiz, get your roadmap. And if you need additional help, that's what we're here for.
100%.
Right? If you're one of those people that is self-sufficient, self-motivated, you can take that information and you can do with it as you will.
Yeah.
But a lot of people that we meet will get that information and they still won't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But at least you have a starting point. You can bring that into our team for a consultation. We can dive more into the process with you and how we can actually get you through that roadmap and to scale you from the step 1 to step 2 to step 3.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll talk about those steps as well, and stages is what they're called.
Yeah.
But before we do and move on to the next step, I do want to mention this. You and I have been in this industry for 20 plus years combined, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall any, out of all the facilities I may have visited, anyone has done this to the level that we're doing it.
No, I again, it goes back to, but if they don't want to, or maybe they can't afford your service, at least you were able to provide them a resource to get started. That is why we do fitness. That is why we help people. That is why we want to impact lives, is because at the end of the day, whether you want to be a client of ours or not, we want to be able to help you in some form or fashion, whatever that looks like. And this is a way for us to be able to do that on a broader scale.
Yeah, 100% agree. So now we talked about the why behind it, why the transformation roadmap. Actually asked, like, how did you come up with something like this? And honestly, I never thought anyone would ever ask. I just thought that he'd be like, oh, this is awesome. This is cool. So I was like, you know what? I have to be honest. I am a great student when it comes to just learning, and I'm always trying to grow within our business. So I was able to come about this resource from a entrepreneur who were helping other business owners kind of grow in the stage of where they are. So I went through this whole process and I'm like, man, and it pinpointed exactly where we are in our business. And I'm like, man, this is crazy how it just identified exactly like our constraints and how to graduate from those constraints. So I just went on and carried with life. But then I circled back and I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, because you and I had spoken, of course, you got the handy dandy whiteboard out. We were just like,
that's right.
Yeah. I'm like,
well, before you do, I know where you're going with this. Can I finish though?
Yeah,
that's kind of where that came from. It's like, wait a minute, what if we decide to do something like this for our women?
Yeah.
And that's where piggyback to where you came in one day into my office and said,
because obviously I'm on the consultation side of things a lot. I talk to a lot of people and I hear the same thing over and over again. And even people who are canceling or leaving our community, we hear the same thing. Like, they get frustrated, they plateau, they don't know where to go, they get lost, they get confused. And it's like, okay, if somebody is in a hamster wheel doing the same thing over and over and over again, like how do we get them out of that hamster wheel and give them a path? And that's when we brought out the whiteboard and we're like, okay, we need to like map this out. We can have 3 stages. And then after we did that one night, you took it and ran with it. And I think that's where it kind of clicked with what you were just talking about for business owners. And it's like, okay, how do we translate that same exact thing into women's overall health and well-being and fitness for our members, and almost like marry the two together?
Isn't that crazy? I would have never thought just having you coming into my office, having a simple conversation about some issues that were going on with inside our community and how I correlated that to. Yeah. So I took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Let's not waste time. Okay. Yeah. So that's the how.
Yeah.
So we talked about the why, the how. What's next?
The who, the beta test.
Yes. So the who. So we can't just be like, oh my God, let's just start offering it to everybody. No. So we're like, we have to be able to do this through inside our community, trial and error, whatever. So we got the team together. We got them involved. By the way, when we did talk about this with the team, they were just as excited as we were about this whole transformation roadmap. So fast forwarding, we decided to pre-select or pre-qualify or whatever 3 separate type of individuals from each studio, Schaumburg and Geneva, based upon where they are within their fitness and wellness journey. We have an idea of what their fitness level is like. Yeah. So we identify them based on beginners, intermediate, and advanced. And what we did is they were more than willing to hop on a Zoom meeting with me to go through this. So we had them, you know, hey, let's make sure to keep things confidential. We're beta testing some things, and they were super excited about it.
Yeah.
So through that, I wanted unbiased opinion. So what I told them up front is I'm going to walk you through this journey, or you're going to walk yourself through this journey after I provided them the information.
Yeah.
And I want you to think of it as you don't know us at all. And I want you to give me your honest opinion and feedback. So they did that, and come to find out that after they received their outcome from taking the quiz, which we'll talk about, they were able to be identified as, you know, beginners, advanced, or intermediate, or advanced. And it was like dead on.
And I think through that, though, there was a lot of things that you learned even about the quiz, like with wanting to add things and change verbiage, and which is why we did it, because at the end of the day, we wanted to resonate with the people that we're trying to connect with. And that was why we picked the people that we did, is because we wanted to pick people that we knew would resonate with the people who are watching us on social media, following us, all of those things. So
it wasn't, for sure, it was not like, I don't want to say everything was like, went off without a hitch.
No, but it definitely was extremely helpful.
It was an eye opener, because there was types of questions that I needed to ask differently in order to get, how should I phrase this? More, instead of based upon how they feel, more or less
factual.
Yes.
Yeah, it needed to be logical.
Yes.
Like how to logically answer the question with facts, and 100%. Not like, I feel like I'm doing this.
Yes.
Like, no, are you really doing this?
Exactly.
So beta test went good.
Beta test did go good. So we did that for 2 weeks. I was able to work with them one-on-one, and through that, they were able to provide their overall experience, and they provided testimonies as well. So it was really interesting to see just the types of different people working with them and whatnot. But we'll be able to share their testimonial videos as well.
Yeah.
And I don't know, should we shout them out and give them like,
no?
Okay. All right. I didn't know if you wanted to or not, but
now I think we should talk about the actual roadmap, the meat and potatoes of it, the quiz, outcomes.
But you did forget something. So we beta tested it.
Yeah.
Okay. After the beta test, we did find out that it does work. that was the whole purpose of objective, because if it didn't work, we would not be launching it. Right. So, and how do we know it worked? Just based on the feedback that we gotten from the people that went through the test, they specifically said exactly what I was thinking and where I was in my journey is exactly what the roadmap pinpoint need to be.
Yeah.
So I think that's something I wanted to reassure you guys, like, this isn't coming from us. This is coming from the people who actually been through it. So that's very important.
So let's talk about the quiz itself. So when this launches, there'll be a link that a site you can visit. There are 4 questions that come up. You want to talk about questions?
It's just four categories. Yeah. It's mindset, habits, your skill level, or in regards to strength, fitness level, and then nutrition.
Yeah. So based on the 4 questions that you answer, the outcome will be one of these 3 things.
Yeah. So it's either stage 1, which is the foundation builder, which is known as our beginners. Stage 2, which is our intermediate, known as hybrid performer, or stage 3, which is intermediate, also known as performance builder.
Yeah. So I would say if you're going to be somebody taking this quiz, answer the questions honestly. Don't lie to yourself. Because if you come in for a consultation or meet with our team, we will know, because we will ask the questions for you to reiterate where you need to be.
Sure.
And at the end of the day, you're only doing yourself a disservice if you're answering the questions not honestly, right? So, and I specifically say that around nutrition, because a lot of people are like, well, I'm good. But in reality, are you really?
But again, the way the questions are designed to be answered, there's no way around not answering.
That's what I'm gonna just be honest.
Yeah.
Like, be honest when you answer the questions, because it's only going to do you the disservice if you don't, because then you may not get the right outcome. And so always in all the questions, answer honestly, because you want to get the best outcome. You want to know where you're at so that you know what you need to do.
So I think the biggest thing is like, okay, what happens after I take the quiz? What's really nice is that I was able to provide PDFs for every single stage. So it identifies your constraints, and I provide you a lot of different tactics on how to graduate from those constraints. So you could choose to do it on your own. You know, it could be like, you know, a DIY, or it could be something where someone helps you with. It's you choose, right?
Right.
But it's one of those things when our team actually took the quiz. Everybody on the team, and I'll have to be honest. They're like, wow, this is a lot of information, which is good. We didn't want to leave anything out. That was the whole purpose. We want you to be successful. Yeah. We're not going to gatekeep anything, right? So we gave you everything that you need for every single stage in order to help serve you on a higher level.
Yeah. And I think that if you're watching this and you're a member and you're taking this quiz, you're going to get a PDF. You'll get emailed the PDF based on your outcome with all of this information in it. Now, if you want a higher level of support, that's a time to set up a meeting with our team to ask about like other options, whether it's nutrition, whether it's semi-private. In that facet, if you are looking for additional support from our team, yes, there is going to be a cost associated to that. Like that's very obvious, right? But just getting the PDF is free. Just getting that information, it's free. Take it, use it, do with it what you will. But if you are somebody who is looking for more support from our Green Squad team, then yes, there are other upgrade programs that you can go into with nutrition and with semi-private that will offer you a higher level of support to get you where you want to go.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, take the quiz, the PDF, you get that. There is zero cost to that.
I do have to say, because I just barely scratched the surface when I talked about the beta test, but I think it's important to share some of the results that people did receive throughout that beta test. So shout out to, I'm actually going to say Maria Petnuzzel from Schaumburg. I worked with her, again for 2 weeks. And she was able to lose 7 pounds in 2 weeks. And we didn't change everything. She was already working out consistently, approximately 3 to 4 times per week. After consulting with her, we found out some of the things that she wasn't necessarily doing correctly. And we just made minor tweaks and improvements. So we found out she wasn't drinking enough water. So it's like, okay, let's make sure. When I told her how many ounces of water she needed to get, and that was really difficult for her because, she works from home and she's like, I get busy and distracted. And so I'm like, okay, let's set up a cadence where we just set a reminder on your phone. So we did that. And the last thing that we did, we just logged consistently, and I was checking her food log. And through that, she lost. So she was just missing the hydration and the nutrition. Yeah. And it's just amazing because like, it's just
small tweaks.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So again, there's other people that had very phenomenal progress and results as well. But I mean, hey, I'm just saying, shout out to you ladies. Thank you so much. Couldn't have done it without you guys.
I think to speak to, and maybe we can end on this, to speak to the non-members that are going to be watching this, the non-members that are going to catch this video, people who have maybe been stalking Lady Strong Fitness from afar, been in our ecosystem. I hear it all the time. People come in, watching your videos and this and that. This honestly is for you. Like, this truthfully is. Yes, this is for the people that are already in our membership base, but this is for you, the person who is watching this that feels lost, that feels stuck, that feels uncertain, that feels like you've tried every diet, every workout program on the face of the earth. Maybe you've hit perimenopause. Maybe you've hit menopause. Maybe you're in your golden years where your kids are out of the house and you're ready to focus on yourself again. This is for you. This is your opportunity to say, okay, I get to have an answer to where I'm starting and where I need to go. And this is free. You can take this quiz. You can get this for free. But if this speaks anything to our ability to help you as a member of ours, I hope that it does. I hope that you reach out to our team. I hope that you book your strategy session. And honestly, at the end of the day, the strategy session is free.
Yeah.
You don't even got to buy anything when you come in there. If you just want to come in and get more information around the PDF that you got, okay, that's fine. But if you're also that person that wants some extra help, let us help you.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
At the end of the day, just like we tell our team, if you don't stay with us long term, we at least want you to be a better person than what you came in leaving.
Yeah.
And the same goes for women inside of our community.
Yeah, for sure.
So if we can give you all the resources possible to set you up for success, at the end of the day, if you're not successful, we're not successful.
And that brings me to talk about something that to piggyback on that is we have a member who's been with us for 5 years who is leaving. And it's not because she doesn't love us. It's because she can finally do this on her own. And that's a bittersweet moment because that's why we do this. We do this because, of course, we would love you to be with us forever.
Yeah.
But we've done our job. If you feel so confident in your ability to walk into any gym, to work out at home, and to know what you need to do and to do this thing on your own, that's like watching your kid graduate from college. It is the coolest moment because you just know you've done your job. And that's what this is for.
100%.
It's we want to provide that support for you so you are better off when you leave than when you came, however long you plan to stay.
Yeah, we'll make sure to include the link inside the notes if you're catching this on YouTube. If you're catching the audio version, in order to take the quiz, if you're really intrigued in where you are and what stage in your journey, go to www.L as in Larry, S as in Sam, F as in Frank, website.com/roadmap. Okay. So again, we'll have that across the screen as well. But please, whenever you get the opportunity to do so, we highly encourage you to do so because at the end of the day, that we just want to make you a better human inside our studio.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in to the Women Behind the Weights podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights from today's episode. If you enjoyed the conversation, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave a review. Your support helps us reach more women like you. Don't forget to connect with us on social media for behind-the-scenes content and to join our growing community. Remember, we're all in this together, and every step you take brings you closer to your goals. Until next time, keep lifting those weights and your voices. You've got this.